Inside of the Wienermobile, we have our ketchup and mustard stained floor. Because what else are you going to have inside of your giant hot dog other than ketchup and mustard? Ketchup and mustard colored seats, mustard colored walls. We really love our toppings. My favorite part of the Wienermobile is right above us here, our bun roof. We get to pop this out when we're in parades and sit up on top and wave to everyone. We also have our bun box up front. Everyone has a glove box in their vehicle, but of course ours is hot dog themed. And then a lot of fun is our blue sky ceiling. It's always a blue sky inside the Wienermobile, never a bad day. I grew up in York. I was actually born in Lincoln, but moved here when I was about 3 and lived here until I graduated from high school and went to UNO.
Awesome. And so how did the opportunity to work for Oscar Mayer and drive the Wienermobile come about?
Yeah, I found out about the Wienermobile job on social media, actually. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. People drive the Wienermobile. Not for me. But then it sort of stuck with me, and I realized that it actually kind of sounds like a lot of fun. So I did some research and looked into it and contacted a couple people who had driven it in the past. And after finding out a little bit more about the specifics of the job, decided it was something I wanted to pursue, so submitted an application online, and after a couple rounds of interviews, I cut the mustard, as we like to say. So I started my tour in June of 2014. We signed on for a year-long tour, so started June 2014 at Hot Dog High in Madison, Wisconsin, which is our training program. So we spend 2 weeks in Madison learning about the Wienermobile, learning about the history of Oscar Mayer. We go through all sorts of training, all sorts of stuff, and then we also spend about 40 hours in driver's training, because piloting the Wienermobile is a little bit of a challenge sometimes.
Now, and how long did you spend in training?
We spend 2 weeks, 2 weeks at headquarters, and of those 2 weeks, about 40 hours of driver's training.
And then after that, you start your official trip?
Yep, so after that, me and my co-pilot headed to Washington, D.C. We spent about 2 weeks in Washington, D.C. We did a barbecue festival on Pennsylvania Avenue, where they shut down 8 blocks of Pennsylvania Avenue. It was about 80,000 people a day, so we had a little bit of trial by fire with our first events with the Wienermobile. But then I spent my first 6 months in the Northeast, so everywhere from Maine all the way down to Virginia, and all the way out to Ohio. And then this half, I'm actually in the South, so most of our time is spent down in Texas and Louisiana and Arkansas, but my bosses were nice and let me take the Wienermobile home to Nebraska for a week. I will hit about 39,000 miles right now in the last 9.5 months. So my goal, I don't know, my goal is to get to 45. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. I think I'll get close with what we have left on our schedule, but yeah, about 39,000 right now.
And you know how many states you've been in?
Nebraska is my 33rd state.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what has your experience been like?
The experience of driving the Wienermobile is honestly unlike anything else I've ever done. It is, like I said, it's such a great American icon, and so many people know about it that everyone, literally everyone, is excited to see you. They're excited to see the Wienermobile. They want to know about you. They want to know about your background. They want to know about how long you've been driving. So it's sort of like being a little mini celebrity, which has been really, really fun, and it's exciting to meet people all over the country and visit all these places that I've been to.
Do you have just any specific memories or an event that happened while you've been doing this that really stands out to you?
Like the greater Philadelphia area. We were at a grocery store, and this woman came, and she had seen the Wienermobile when she was 6 years old, and she hadn't seen it since, and she had found out that we were going to be in town, and she actually brought the negatives. She couldn't find the real photos of her when she saw the Wienermobile before, but she brought the negatives of her when she was 6 years old, and she was in her late 50s, so she hadn't seen the Wienermobile in 50 years, and she was just so excited to see us. She brought her dog, she took photos for her grandkids, she got stickers, and it was just really cool to see that the Wienermobile was still around and it had made such an impact on her, and she absolutely loved it. So that's just one of the examples of people seeing it that really mean a lot to us as the drivers, because sometimes our job is hard. We're out on the road, You know, we're away from our family and friends, but it's moments like that that really, really hit home and make it worth it.
Absolutely.